So now that you have some understanding of the tools and functions and capabilities of Microsoft Copilot, I'm sure you can't wait to delve into how it can support your teaching and learning. So we're going to have a look at curriculum planning and how you can use an unfolding process in order to really flesh out your curriculum plan. During this episode, I'm going to illustrate the use of the notebook tool inside Copilot. So what we've noticed about the notebook tool is that when you select your conversation style in the Copilot side, it transfers that across into the notebook section. So if I click on more creative and it shifts to the purple coloring, you can see when you go into notebook that your topic toolbar is in that purple. So I'm going to go back to Copilot and make sure that I am in the balanced mode, because I think this gives us a bit of creativity and structure. And we're going to go back to those learning objectives that we created for interviewing skills for first year students. Let's build on that. So I'm going to create a similar prompt for that in the notebook. So what you'll notice about the notebook is that it keeps your prompts in the top section and it produces the output in the bottom section. You can press Shift Enter in order to get it to start generating its output. You'll also notice that at the bottom right-hand corner, it gives you a number of responses. And so this gives me one of 30 responses. So again, it shows that we're building on the same conversation and fleshing it out. So let's take a look. For theoretical knowledge, I've got understand the purpose of patient intake interviews. The students will be able to explain the importance and objectives of patient intake interviews in the healthcare process, etc. So it's given me some nice learning outcomes for both the practical skills and the theoretical skills. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it into OneNote just so that I've got it saved, because yes, it doesn't keep its responses. Now I want to build on this. So now we've got some learning objectives, and I'm not taking time to read through everything for you because this is about the process in Notebook. So now my response is, great. Please use these learning outcomes to design learning activities for a 1-hour theoretical, 3-hour skills laboratory, and 2-hour patient contact session using the 21st century learning design principles. I'm going to hit submit, and now it's going to only respond to my most recent prompt, not the earlier prompts. So it looks like we have a 20-minute lecture on the importance, the objectives, and the key components. We have a case study analysis and some group discussions in the 1-hour lecture session. Our 3-hour skills laboratory has some role play exercises and feedback and reflection, and then a task on documenting practice. And then our 2-hour patient contact session shows observation of patient intake interviews, then conducting them under supervision, and then a reflection and feedback session. So now I want to build on the role play activity because it says the role play exercise will have the students conduct mock patient intake interviews, taking turns of playing the role of the healthcare provider and the patient. So I want to build on that, but let me not forget to copy it first. I'm going to copy it, and in OneNote, I'm going to paste it so that I have it on record. So now what I want to do is I want to build on the mock interviews and allow the students to have a bit of a script if they're taking on the role of the patient, because you don't want the interviewer to know exactly what to expect. I'm going to go Shift Enter again. So what I've asked is that for the role-playing activity, please can you create 2 patient scenario scripts, because the students are going to swap positions during the role play for when the student is assuming the role of the patient. You can see how I've taken elements of the overall curriculum plan and then asked it to flesh out the activities. What I haven't yet done is looked at assessment, so we'll do that in a second, but it looks like it has given me a bit of a script for scenario 1. Hello, my name is Alex Johnson, I'm a software engineer, and so it goes on. So I can copy that script. You can flesh it out and ask it specific cultural parameters and explore different types of patient conditions, depending on what the student would be exposed to at a first year level. So I'm going to remember to paste it. And so now I've got both of my scripts. And yes, I would expand on that some more, especially for each of the different types of lesson activities. We would need to have resources as an educator that we can then use during those sessions. So let's ask now how we could assess the student interview skills. Please assist with an assessment plan for evaluating student competence. So now you can see in the output that I didn't refer in my prompt back to interviewing skills or first year level or anything like that. But in the output, it is starting to bring in that, yes, it'll be a theoretical evaluation on student interviewing skills, the knowledge that they need to have. So then there's a skills laboratory assessment, patient contact assessment, and a self and peer assessment, which is quite nice. Now, obviously, this is very high level. What we would want to do then is take each component of that and ask Copilot to help us flesh it out, give us more scenarios, give us lesson materials and learning materials. But we're going to do all of those in upcoming Blended Beat episodes. So stay tuned and make sure that you start playing around with the notebook tool in Copilot.